The mysterious customer, the Galaxy diner, never closed. Its neon sign flickered in the rain, casting blue and pink light on the wet street. Inside, Marcus Chen wiped down another sticky table. The clock showed 2 a.m. He had worked here for 3 years. Same tables, same cheap coffee, same drunk customers from the spaceport nearby. Nobody looked at him twice. He was just the waiter, the invisible man who brought food and cleaned messes. "Marcus, table 7 needs clearing," his manager, Tony, shouted from the kitchen. Marcus nodded and grabbed his cloth. Table 7 sat by the window. Raindrops raced down the glass like tiny rivers. He watched them for a moment. Somewhere up there, among the stars, ships traveled between worlds. Down here, he cleaned tables. The bell above the door rang. A figure entered, bringing cold wind and rain with him. He wore a long, dark hood that covered his face. Water dripped from his clothes onto the floor. He moved slowly, like every step hurt. Marcus noticed something odd. The stranger's hand, barely visible under the wet sleeve, had strange purple marks. They looked like scars, or maybe burns. The stranger sat in the corner booth, far from other customers. Jenny, the other waiter, walked past the stranger's table. She stopped, stared, then quickly walked back to the counter. "I'm not serving that," she whispered to Tony. "Look at his skin. He might have space plague or something." Tony peered from the kitchen. His face went pale. "Nobody serves him. Let him leave on his own." Marcus looked at the stranger. The man sat perfectly still, head down, water pooled around his feet. His shoulders shook slightly, maybe from cold, maybe from something else. "I'll take his order," Marcus said. "Don't be stupid," Jenny grabbed his arm. "You don't know what he is. Could be one of those sick aliens from the quarantine zone." Marcus pulled free. "He's a customer." He walked to the corner booth, notepad ready. Up close, he could see more. The stranger's breathing was ragged. Those purple marks covered what little skin was visible. And there was a smell, like burned metal and something sweet. "Good evening," Marcus said. "What can I get you?" The stranger's head lifted slightly. Marcus saw eyes, human eyes, but filled with exhaustion and fear. "Water." The voice was rough, barely a whisper. "Please, just water." Marcus filled a glass and brought it back. The stranger's hand shook as he reached for it. Some water spilled. The purple marks seemed to pulse with a faint light. "Are you hurt?" Marcus asked quietly. "There's a medical center 2 blocks away." "No." The stranger drank deeply. "No doctors. They can't help anyway." Marcus should have walked away. Every other waiter would have. But something in those tired eyes stopped him. He had seen that look before. In his father's eyes, during his last days of cancer, the look of someone fighting a battle they couldn't win. "Let me get you some food," Marcus said. "On the house." "You don't understand the danger. I understand you're hungry." Marcus went to the kitchen and made a simple sandwich himself. Tony was too busy complaining to Jenny to notice. When he returned, the stranger had pushed back his hood slightly. His face was human but marked with those same purple scars. They formed patterns, almost like writing. "Why?" the stranger asked, looking at the sandwich. "Why help me? You don't know me." "Because everyone deserves kindness," Marcus said simply, "especially when they're alone." The stranger ate slowly. Marcus noticed he kept checking the door. His fingers drummed nervously on the table. "They're coming," the stranger suddenly said. "You should leave, now." Before Marcus could respond, the door burst open. 4 soldiers in black armor rushed in, their weapons raised. Customers screamed and ducked under tables. "Nobody move!" the lead soldier shouted. His helmet scanner swept the room. "We're looking for a fugitive, tall, male, infected with purple markings." The stranger in the booth seemed to shrink into himself. Marcus made a decision that would change everything. He grabbed the stranger's arm. "Kitchen, now." They moved quickly through the swinging doors. Tony and Jenny were hiding behind the freezer. Marcus pushed the stranger toward the back exit. "Why?" the stranger asked again. "Because it's right," Marcus said. The stranger pressed something into Marcus's palm. It was small, warm, like a piece of smooth glass. You saved more than one life tonight. The crystal will remember your kindness." The crystal suddenly blazed with white light. Pain shot through Marcus's hand, up his arm, into his chest. He heard the stranger's voice, distant now. "Humanity's compassion will save the galaxy." Marcus collapsed. The last thing he saw was the crystal melting into his palm, disappearing under his skin like water into sand. The kitchen door exploded. Soldiers rushed in. Everything went black. The awakening. Marcus opened his eyes to darkness. No, not darkness. He could see perfectly, but everything looked wrong. Numbers floated above his apartment ceiling. Equations, star maps, alien symbols that somehow made perfect sense. 3 days. He had been unconscious for 3 days. He sat up too fast. The glass of water on his nightstand exploded without him touching it. The lamp flew across the room and shattered against the wall. His neighbor's thoughts suddenly flooded his mind. That lazy waiter upstairs is finally awake. Probably drunk again. What's happening to me? Marcus grabbed his head. The voices stopped. His right palm burned. Where the crystal had melted into his skin, a spiral pattern glowed faintly purple. It pulsed with his heartbeat. The door clicked. Someone was picked. Marcus hung up. Through the walls he could sense his neighbor's emotions. Mrs. Rodriguez was crying. Her husband was sick. The teenager upstairs was terrified. His father was hitting him again. The old man next door hadn't eaten in 2 days. "I can feel everyone's pain," Marcus said. "The seed connects you to all consciousness. But that's not why I'm here." Sarah's expression darkened. "The rebels who tried to kill Theron, they know about you. They're coming." As if on cue, Marcus's enhanced senses detected something. 12 heartbeats in the hallway, armed, moving in formation. "They found us faster than expected." Sarah pulled out an energy weapon. "Can you fight?" Marcus had never thrown a punch in his life, but the seed pulsed, and suddenly he knew 17 ways to disarm an opponent. He understood pressure points, combat physics, optimal strike angles. I think so." The door exploded inward. Armored figures rushed in, weapons firing. Sarah dove behind the couch. Blue energy bolts scorched the walls. Time slowed for Marcus. He could see each energy bolt's trajectory. His body moved without thinking. Dodge left, roll right, grab the first soldier's weapon. The gun crumbled in his enhanced grip like paper. A soldier swung at him. Marcus caught the fist mid-air. The soldier's armor cracked under his grip. "Impossible," the soldier gasped. "You're just a human waiter." Marcus headbutted him, sending him flying through the window. His strength shocked him. He wasn't trying to hurt anyone, but the power was overwhelming. More soldiers poured in. Sarah fought expertly, but they were outnumbered. A grenade rolled across the floor. Without thinking, Marcus grabbed it and swallowed it. The explosion happened inside him. He felt it. Heat, force, shrapnel, but his transformed body absorbed it all. He burped smoke. Everyone stopped fighting. "What are you?" a soldier whispered. Marcus's palm blazed brighter. Information flooded his mind. These weren't government troops. They were Nexus faction, alien rebels disguised as humans. They had infiltrated Earth's defense forces. "I know what you are," Marcus said. Each rebel's true form became visible to him. Scaled skin, extra limbs, hidden weapons. "You're the ones who killed 30 ambassadors at Kepler." The lead soldier removed his helmet. His face shifted, revealing gray skin and black eyes. "The heritage seed wasted on a primitive human. We'll cut it out of you. You can try." The alien pulled out a blade that hummed with energy. "That crystal belongs to superior species, not some nobody who serves food." Marcus felt the seed react to his emotion. Not anger, sadness. These beings chose violence over peace. They couldn't see what he now saw, that every consciousness in the universe was connected. Every act of cruelty weakened them all. "You're right," Marcus said. "I am nobody. But that's exactly why it chose me." The room exploded with white light from his palm. When it faded, all the rebels were unconscious. Not dead, Marcus had held back. Even now he chose mercy. Sarah stared at him. In 3 days you've become more powerful than agents who train for decades. I didn't ask for this. No. But the galaxy needs you. She helped him to his feet. The war isn't over. Theron is still in danger, and now, so is Earth. Marcus looked at his glowing palm. His old life was gone. But maybe, just maybe, a waiter who served others was exactly what the universe needed. Where do we start? Sarah smiled grimly. First, we teach you to control that power. Then, we save the galaxy. Outside, 3 ships decloaked above the city. The real invasion was beginning. The hidden war. The underground facility stretched for miles beneath Chicago. Marcus had lived above it his entire life, never knowing that humanity, as real government, operated 500 feet below the Galaxy Diner. 20 years, Sarah said as they descended in a glass elevator. Earth has been part of the Galactic Council for 20 years. Your leaders sold you the lie of being alone in the universe while trading technology for silence. Marcus watched floors flash by, laboratories where scientists studied alien corpses, training rooms where soldiers fought holographic enemies, prison cells holding creatures that shouldn't exist. My whole life was a lie? No. Your life was protected. Until now. The elevator stopped. Welcome to the real world, Marcus. The doors opened to chaos. Alarms screamed. Red lights bathed everything in blood-colored shadows. Bodies littered the corridor, human and alien. The walls bore blast marks and claw scratches. Sarah drew her weapon. This is wrong. It should be secured. A scientist ran toward them, his white coat soaked in green blood. Half his face was burned. Run! Project Lazarus is loose. It killed everyone in Section 7. Something roared in the distance. The sound made Marcus's bones vibrate. The scientist's chest exploded. A black tentacle, thick as a tree trunk, had punched through him from behind. It lifted his body and tossed it aside like garbage. The creature emerged from shadows. Marcus's enhanced vision showed him something that shouldn't exist. A fusion of different species, stitched together with technology and hate. 6 arms from 6 different aliens. A head that kept changing shape. Eyes that held intelligence and madness. Heritage bearer, it spoke with 12 voices at once. We smell the seed in your blood. Give it to us, and die quickly. Sarah fired. Energy bolts passed through the creature harmlessly. Phase shifter, she cursed. It exists in multiple dimensions simultaneously. The creature laughed. Earth's little secret laboratory. They tried to make weapons from our dead brothers. Instead, they made us stronger. Shem. Marcus felt the seed pulse. Information flooded in. This wasn't just an escaped experiment. The Nexus faction had infiltrated the facility. They were freeing their captured soldiers and stealing Earth's defense codes. It's a distraction, Marcus realized. While we fight this thing, The creature's tentacle whipped toward him. Marcus caught it, his enhanced strength holding firm. The tentacle's texture kept changing. Scales, fur, metal, liquid. You're new to the power, the creature hissed. We've killed 3 heritage bearers. You'll be the 4th. It pulled Marcus forward with tremendous force. He flew through the air, straight into its waiting claws. But mid-flight, Marcus felt something new. The seed showed him the quantum strings connecting all matter. He grabbed them and twisted. Reality bent. Marcus phased through the creature, appearing behind it. The creature spun, confused. Impossible. You've had the seed for only days. Marcus didn't let it finish. He pressed his glowing palm against its core. The heritage seed burned white hot. The creature screamed as pure energy coursed through it, disrupting its phase-shifting ability. Every second I understand more, Marcus said. The seed doesn't just give power, it accelerates evolution. The creature solidified fully, becoming vulnerable. Sarah didn't waste the chance. She pulled out a containment device and trapped it in an energy field. Impressive, a new voice said, but you're too late. A woman stepped from the shadows. human in appearance, but Marcus's enhanced senses saw through the disguise. Underneath was something ancient, reptilian, cold. "Commander Vex," Sarah breathed, "you're supposed to be dead." "Death is negotiable when you have the right technology." Vex smiled, revealing too many teeth. "We've downloaded Earth's entire defense grid. Every weapon, every secret base, every hidden ally. Yo, your planet is naked before us." Marcus stepped forward. "Why? What does Earth have that you want?" "Earth?" Vex laughed. "We don't want your mudball planet. We want what your species represents. Do you know why the Council hides Earth's membership?" Sarah tried to shoot, but her weapon wouldn't fire. Vex had disabled it remotely. "Because," Vex continued, "humans are the only species to naturally produce heritage seed candidates. 7 bearers in history, 5 were human. Your capacity for irrational compassion makes you perfect hosts." The facility shook. Through the walls, Marcus sensed massive ships decloaking in orbit. "We're going to harvest your entire population," Vex said. "Test every human until we find more candidates. Then we'll force the seed into our soldiers. Imagine an army of heritage bearers, but loyal to us." "The seed can't be forced," Sarah protested. "It only bonds with the worthy." "That's what the Council believes, but we've found ways to persuade it." Vex pulled out a device. Inside was another crystal, but this one was black, pulsing with sick energy. "We corrupted one, turned compassion into hunger, love into possession." Marcus felt his seed react violently. It recognized its corrupted sibling and recoiled. "You're destroying something sacred," Marcus said. "We're evolving it, just like we'll evolve humanity or exterminate it trying." Vex activated her communicator. "Begin Phase 2. Release the nanoplague in major cities. Anyone who doesn't manifest seed compatibility dies." "No!" Marcus lunged forward, but Vex phase-shifted away. 30 minutes until deployment," she taunted. "Try to stop us, heritage bearer. Show us that human compassion. Save your billions of people, but know this. For every life you save, we'll take 10 more." She vanished, leaving only echoing laughter. Sarah grabbed Marcus's arm. "We need to reach the Council. Warn them. There's no time." Marcus's mind raced through probability streams. 8 billion lives. Thirds. Time minutes. He saw the paths. Most led to extinction. But one path gleamed brighter. Dangerous. Nearly impossible. But possible. "I need to find Ambassador Theron," Marcus said. "He's the key. He's in protective custody. No one knows where." Marcus pressed his palm to Sarah's forehead. She gasped as he shared his vision. Theron hidden in a space station but not protected. Imprisoned. The Council didn't trust him either. "They're all compromised," Marcus realized. "The Council, Earth's government, even some heritage bearers. The war isn't starting. It's been happening for years. We just couldn't see it." The facility shook again. Through the ceiling, they heard explosions. The invasion wasn't coming. It was here. 28 minutes, Sarah said, checking her timer. Marcus looked at his glowing palm. The waiter who served others now had to serve 8 billion. The purple spiral pattern spread up his arm, changing him further. "Then we better hurry." They ran toward the elevator as the facility collapsed around them. Above, Chicago burned. Ships filled the sky like metal locusts. The real war had begun, and humanity didn't even know it was fighting. The power within. Marcus stood in the ruins of the Galaxy Diner. The neon sign lay shattered on the ground, still flickering between life and death. Among the debris, he found Tony's glasses, cracked and covered in blood. Jenny's name tag. The coffee pot his father had given him when he started working here. All dead, killed while searching for him. "They died because of me," Marcus whispered. "They died because of them," Sarah corrected, kicking aside a piece of alien weaponry. "The Nexus would have killed them anyway once the invasion started." Marcus picked up a photograph from the rubble, the staff Christmas party last year, everyone smiling, unaware that aliens walked among them, that their waiter would become something possible. His palm burned. The heritage seed was spreading faster now, purple veins reaching his shoulder. Each progression brought new abilities, but also new pain. He could feel every death in the city, 17,000 in the last hour. "Focus," Sarah commanded. "We have 15 minutes before the nano-plague deploys." Marcus crushed the photo in his enhanced grip. "I can sense him. Theron. He's not in protective custody. He's bait. The Council is using him to lure out Nexus leaders." "That's insane. He's the only witness." "He's more than that." Marcus's eyes turned completely purple for a moment. "The seed is showing me. Theron isn't just an ambassador. He's the last of the original heritage bearers, the first human to receive the seed 300 years ago." Sarah stopped breathing. "That's impossible. Humans haven't been in space that long." "Haven't they?" Marcus touched a burned wall. The seed connected him to its quantum memory, showing him the truth. 1724. A ship crashed in Ireland. The lone survivor gave a dying farmer the first seed, hoping humanity might one day help save the galaxy. That farmer's descendant was recruited in secret, became Theron. He's been pretending to be alien. He's been protecting Earth from both sides, but now he's dying. The nano-poison is killing him slowly, and with him dies the knowledge of how to stop the corrupted seeds. An explosion shook the building. Through the hole in the roof, Marcus saw drop pods falling like rain. Nexus troops were deploying across the city. Sarah's communicator crackled. "All units, Chicago is lost. Nuclear strike authorized in T-20 minutes." "They're going to nuke their own city?" Marcus grabbed the device, and cold voice responded. "Acceptable losses to contain the infection." "Sorry, Captain Knox. You're on your own." Marcus felt rage for the first time since receiving the seed. The crystal respawn. Dead, his entire arm now covered in purple script that moved like living tattoos. "I'm done being reactive," he said. "Time to hunt." He closed his eyes and let the seed fully interface with his consciousness. The world exploded into layers of information. Every Nexus soldier appeared as a red dot in his mind. Every human glowed blue. And there, a golden signature moving through the underground. "Vex is heading to Lake Michigan. There's something under the water." They ran through the destroyed streets. Marcus moved faster than humanly possible, Sarah struggling to keep up. Around them, the city died. Nexus soldiers executed anyone they found, searching for potential heritage carriers. Marcus wanted to stop, to save everyone, but the clock was ticking. 12 minutes. They reached the lakefront. The water was boiling. Something massive was rising from the depths. A ship, but not just any ship. It was organic, grown rather than built, its surface covered in the same purple script that marked Marcus's arm. "A seed ship," Sarah gasped. "They're legend, the original vessels that carried heritage seeds across the galaxy." Vex stood at the water's edge, the corrupted black seed in her hand pulsing eagerly. "Beautiful, isn't it? Hidden under your lake for 3 centuries waiting. The Council knew it was here but could never activate it. It requires a true bearer." She pressed the black seed against the ship's surface. It screamed, a sound that shattered windows for miles. The purple script turned black, spreading like infection across the organic hull. "No!" Marcus leaped forward, covering 50 feet in a single bound. He landed between Vex and the ship, his palm blazing white. "Too late, waiter." Vex's disguise melted away, revealing her true form, a creature of living shadow with eyes like dying stars. "The corruption is spreading. Soon every heritage seed in existence will turn black. Your compassion will become hunger. Your mercy will become cruelty." The black infection reached Marcus. He screamed as it tried to corrupt his seed. The purple script on his arm began turning black, inch by inch. "Fight it," Sarah shouted, firing at Vex. But Marcus wasn't fighting. He was listening. The original seed was showing him something. The corruption wasn't destroying compassion, it was inverting it, and inversion could be reversed. "You made one mistake," Marcus said through gritted teeth. Vex laughed. What's that, nobody? You forgot what waiters really do. Marcus pressed both palms against the ship. We don't just serve, we clean up messes. He opened himself completely to the heritage seed, not resisting the corruption but embracing it. The black infection flooded into him, drawn by his acceptance. Vex realized too late what was happening. No, you'll die. No being can contain both energies. I'm not containing them. Marcus's body began to glow, purple and black, spiraling around each other. I'm digesting them. The waiter who had cleaned countless spills, who had absorbed countless complaints, who had swallowed his pride every day for years. He took in all the corruption, every bit of twisted seed energy, every trace of perverted compassion. And then he transformed it. The black turned to purple, then to white. Pure heritage energy exploded from Marcus, cleansing the ship, purging the infection from every corrupted seed across the planet. Vex screamed as the purification wave hit her. Her shadow form couldn't withstand pure compassion. She dissolved, her last words a curse. The Nexus has more weapons than corruption, bearer. You've only delayed. She vanished into atoms. Marcus collapsed. Sarah caught him. His entire body was now covered in the purple script, but it was fading, integrating into his DNA. 8 minutes, Sarah said. The nanoplague. Marcus stood, changed. His eyes held galaxies. When he spoke, his voice carried harmonics from other dimensions. I know where Theron really is, and I know how to stop this. The seed ship responded to his touch, its organic hull purring like a living thing. A door opened, not cut or built, but grown for him. Get in, Marcus said. We're going to space. Marcus, you're barely in control. I'm perfectly in control. He turned to her, and Sarah saw something that terrified and amazed her. I'm not just a heritage bearer anymore. I'm becoming what humanity was meant to be. The ship rose from the lake, water cascading off its transformed hull. 7 minutes to save 8 billion lives. Marcus gripped the organic controls, feeling the ship's consciousness merge with his. Hold on, we're about to break every law of physics. The ship shot toward the stars, leaving a sonic boom that shattered what remained of Chicago's windows. The waiter was done cleaning up messes. It was time to prevent them. The hunter becomes hunted. The space station Erebus floated in Jupiter's shadow, invisible to Earth's telescopes. Inside its crystalline halls, 200 species planned humanity's extinction. Marcus stood before the Galactic Council, his body still radiating heritage energy. The seed ship had brought them here in 3 minutes, an impossible journey that left Sarah vomiting in the corner. You dare bring a corrupted bearer here? Chairman Korvac's 3 heads spoke in unison. The ancient being's tentacles writhed with disgust. Guards, kill him! Energy weapons charged. Marcus didn't move. 4 minutes until the nanoplague deploys, he said calmly. And you're worried about the wrong enemy. Silence, primitive! Another counselor, a living crystal that sang its words, chimed furiously. Humans were a mistake. We should have harvested your planet decades ago. Marcus released a pulse of heritage energy. Every counselor's true form became visible. Ha! Both of them bore the mark of Nexus corruption, black veins under their skin, shadow parasites in their brains. You've been infiltrated for years, Marcus announced. The Nexus didn't need to invade. They already won. Chairman Korvac laughed. Impossible. We have scanners. Your scanners were programmed by them. Marcus walked forward. Guards tried to stop him, but he phased through them like a ghost. Where's Theron? Where's the real council? Sarah stood, wiping her mouth. Marcus, what are you? The floor beneath them vanished. They fell through space itself, landing in a hidden chamber deep within the station. Suspension pods lined the walls. Inside were the real council members, and Theron. All dying, all infected with the same nano-poison that had marked Theron at the diner. 3 minutes, a familiar voice said. Marcus spun. Vex stood there. No, not Vex. Something wearing her form. Did you think Commander Vex was unique? The creature smiled. We are Legion. Every time you kill one, 3 more take its place. We are the Nexus Collective. The walls dissolved. They were surrounded by thousands of Nexus soldiers, all identical, all speaking with one voice. We offered you a choice, heritage bearer. Join us or watch your species die. You chose poorly. Marcus felt the trap closing. The heritage seed showed him the truth. This entire scenario was orchestrated. The invasion, the nano-plague, even his transformation. They wanted him here, away from Earth. You're afraid of me, Marcus realized. That's why you lured me to space. The Legion laughed with thousand throats. Afraid? You're one bearer. We've killed civilizations. But you've never faced a human bearer who worked service industry. The joke confused them for exactly 1 second. Marcus used that second. He pressed his palms together. The heritage seed split, not breaking, but multiplying. 1 became 2, 2 became 4, 4 became 8. Each copy of Marcus was fully powered, fully conscious. Impossible, the Legion recoiled. The seed can't be replicated. It can't be forced to replicate, Marcus's dozens of selves said in unison. But it will multiply for those who truly serve others. Every day for 3 years, I split myself between 20 tables, 50 customers, 100 demands. This is just my average Tuesday. His copies spread through the station at light speed. Each one found a corrupted council member and began purging the infection. The Legion tried to stop them, but fighting 1 heritage bearer was hard enough. Fighting 40 was impossible. The original Marcus reached Theron's pod. The old ambassador's eyes flickered open. You came, Theron whispered through the glass, just like I saw 300 years ago. You knew this would happen? I knew humanity would produce someone like you. Someone who understood that true power isn't taking, it's giving. Theron pressed his hand against the glass. But the nano-plague, I can't stop it anymore. I'm too weak. 2 minutes. Sarah fought beside him, but the Legion kept coming. For every soldier they defeated, more appeared. The station itself was transforming, walls becoming weapons, air turning toxic. Marcus, Sarah screamed, we're out of time. He had to choose, save Theron and the Council, or return to Earth to stop the plague. The seed showed him both futures. In one, the Council survived, but Earth died. In the other, Earth lived, but the galaxy fell to darkness without leadership. There's always a third option, Marcus said. That's what you taught me in the diner. He looked at his glowing palms, then at the dying ambassador. What if I don't choose? Marcus did something insane. He pulled the heritage seed from his body, not removing it but extending it. The purple crystal emerged from his chest like a living thing, still connected to him by streams of energy. Take it, he told Theron. Not permanently. Just borrow it. That will kill you? I'm a waiter. I'm used to giving everything and getting nothing back. Marcus pushed the seed into Theron's pod. The old ambassador gasped as pure heritage energy flooded his ancient body. 300 years of poison burned away in seconds. But Marcus didn't collapse. Instead, he became something else. Without the seed inside him, he could feel every seed across the galaxy, including the corrupted ones. You're all connected, he breathed. Every heritage seed is part of the same consciousness. The Nexus corruption isn't destroying them, it's trying to hijack the network. 1 minute. The Legion realized what he was doing. Stop him! He's accessing the heritage core. Too late. Marcus grabbed the station's communication array with his bare hands. His body became a conduit, channeling not just his seed's power, but all of them. Every heritage bearer who ever lived, their compassion and sacrifice flowing through him. This is going to hurt, he told Sarah. He screamed. Energy erupted from him in waves that traveled faster than light. The wave hit Earth in nanoseconds, dissolving the nano-plague before it could deploy. It spread further, reaching every Nexus stronghold, every corrupted world, every shadowed corner of the galaxy. The Legion tried to flee, but where could they run? The wave was everywhere, every when. It didn't destroy them. That would be cruel. Instead, it gave them what they feared most: individuality. The hive mind shattered. Each soldier became a separate being, capable of choice, of growth, of redemption. Some chose death rather than independence. Others fell to their knees, experiencing compassion for the first time. Marcus collapsed. The heritage seed returned to his body, but he was changed. He could feel every living being in the solar system, their hopes, fears, dreams. 30 seconds remaining, he gasped. We did it. But the station was dying. The Legion's death throes had damaged its core. In minutes, it would explode. Taking out Jupiter's moons. Everyone to the seed ship, Sarah commanded. No, Theron stood, restored but still weak. Someone needs to stabilize the core manually. I'll stay. Like hell, Marcus said. He created one more copy of himself. I'll handle it. The rest of you go. His copy ran toward the core, while the original helped evacuate the council. As they fled, Marcus felt his duplicate's thoughts. No fear, only purpose. The copy held the exploding core together long enough for them to escape, then let go. The station exploded in silence. The copy died with a smile. On the seed ship, Marcus felt the loss like a missing limb. Sarah held him as he shook. You saved everyone, she said. Not everyone. He thought of Tony, Jenny, his friends at the diner. But their sacrifice meant something. Theron placed a hand on his shoulder. The war isn't over. The Nexus Legion is broken, but there are other threats, older ones, darker ones. Marcus looked at Earth through the view screen. 8 billion souls, unaware of how close they'd come to extinction. Then I guess my shift isn't over yet. The heritage seed pulsed with approval. The waiter who served others had become humanity's guardian. But in the depths of space, something ancient stirred. The Legion had been just the beginning. The real test was coming. The ultimate test. The Nexus mothership emerged from dark space like a wound in reality. It was wrong, not just its size, which dwarfed Earth's moon, but its very existence hurt to perceive. Marcus's enhanced vision showed him why. The ship existed in 17 dimensions simultaneously. That's impossible, Sarah breathed. Nothing can stable exist in more than 4 dimensions. It's not stabilizing, Theron said grimly. It's dying and being reborn every nanosecond. The Nexus found a way to weaponize death itself. Marcus stood on the bridge of the seed ship, his body still aching from splitting himself. The heritage seed whispered warnings. This wasn't just a ship, it was a grave. Inside were the cores of 7 dead heritage bearers, their compassion inverted into pure hunger. Bearer Marcus Chen, a voice spoke directly into his mind. Every human on Earth heard it too. I am Architect Prime. I designed the Nexus. I birthed the Legion, and I am your death. The mothership opened. Not doors. Reality itself tore apart. Out flew creatures that shouldn't exist. Former heritage bearers transformed into living weapons. Their bodies were crystallized, compassion turned inside out. Where they passed, space itself recoiled. My beautiful hollow bearers, Architect Prime's voice was poison. Each one killed 1,000,000 to earn their transformation. Would you like to know their names? The civilizations they ended? Images flooded Marcus's mind. Planet after planet consumed. Species after species extinct. The hollow bearers had once been heroes like him. Now they were nothing but hunger shaped like people. 7 of them, Marcus counted. 7 corrupted bearers. And 1 pure bearer to face them all. The architect's laugh shattered windows on Earth. The math is simple, waiter. The first hollow bearer attacked. It moved between dimensions, appearing behind Marcus before he could react. Its crystallized hand punched through his chest, or tried to. Marcus's body phased automatically, the seed saving him. But the creature learned. The next attack came from 3 dimensions at once. Marcus couldn't dodge what existed in multiple realities. The blow sent him crashing through the seed ship's organic hull into space. He couldn't breathe. No, he didn't need to breathe. The heritage seed was changing him again, adapting. His lungs dissolved, replaced by something that fed on cosmic radiation. 2. More hollow bearers attacked. They moved like sharks through dimensional waters. Marcus fought back, but every punch passed through them. They existed just outside normal space, untouchable but deadly. "You're fighting wrong," Theron's voice reached him telepathically. "Stop thinking like a human." "I am human." "No, you're becoming something more. Let go, Marcus. Trust the seed." Marcus closed his eyes as the hollow bearers circled. The seed pulsed, showing him the truth. He wasn't meant to fight them. He was meant to save them. Each hollow bearer had been like him once. The architect had broken them with specific tortures, targeted traumas. But trauma could be healed. Corruption could be cleansed. If he was brave enough to try. Marcus stopped fighting. The hollow bearers struck together, their crystallized forms piercing his body from 7 directions. Pain beyond description flooded through him, but instead of resisting, Marcus embraced them. "I see you," he whispered to the first hollow bearer. Through contact he saw its past, a young girl from Kepler 442b who got her seed after saving her village from flood. The architect had forced her to watch her planet burn, her family eaten alive. Her compassion had shattered. Marcus shared his memories with her. Every kind gesture from the diner, every patient moment with difficult customers, every time he chose service over self. The hollow bearer screamed. Its crystallized shell cracked. "Stop!" Architect Prime commanded. "Kill him! Don't let him—" Too late. Marcus was inside all 7 now, not fighting but healing. He showed them Tony's gruff kindness, hiding extra food for homeless veterans. Jenny's secret charity work, giving half her tips to the shelter. His father's last words, "Serve others, son. It's the only wealth that matters." The hollow bearer's shells shattered. 7 beings fell into space, not human, not any, more but free. Their heritage seeds, corrupted for so long, flickered between black and purple. "Choose," Marcus told them. "You can stay broken or you can help me save everyone." The youngest, the girl from Kepler, reached out with a trembling tentacle hand. I killed so many." "So will the architect if we don't stop him." One by one they chose. Their corrupted seeds didn't turn pure. They became something new, gray, balanced, compassion tempered by knowledge of darkness. "Impossible!" the mothership itself screamed. "I am Architect Prime. I have consumed galaxies. I turned gods into weapons. A mere waiter cannot—" "That's where you're wrong," Marcus said, floating toward the mothership with 7 gray bearers beside him. "I'm not a mere waiter. I'm a really good waiter." He entered the mothership through its dimensional tiers. Inside was madness. The ship's interior existed in all 17 dimensions at once. Marcus saw himself dying in 6 realities, being born in 3 others, existing as pure energy in 2 more. At the center sat Architect Prime. Marcus had expected a monster. Instead, he found a small, withered creature barely 3 feet tall. Its body was failing, kept alive by machines made of crystallized suffering. Its eyes were black holes, literal black holes, that had consumed its original eyes eons ago. "You're dying," Marcus realized. "I've been dying for 1,000,000 years." The architect's voice was weaker in person. "My species found the first heritage seed. We thought we could improve it, make it stronger. We made it hungry instead. It consumed us all. I'm the last, kept alive by feeding it others' compassion." The creature stood, machines groaning. "But you've given me a gift, waiter. 7 gray bearers and 1 pure one. When I consume you all, I'll finally have enough power to transcend death itself." The ship's interior came alive. Every surface grew teeth, eyes, weapons. The architect had spent 1,000,000 years preparing this trap. Dimensional locks slammed shut. Even the heritage seed couldn't phase through 17 dim extensions of prison. "You talk too much," Marcus said. He did the unexpected. Instead of fighting or fleeing, he walked forward and hugged the architect. The creature froze. In a million years, nothing had ever shown it kindness. Its weapons hesitated, confused. "I'm sorry," Marcus said. "Sorry your species died. Sorry you've been alone. Sorry you hurt so much you had to hurt others." "Stop!" The architect's voice cracked. "I am evil. I am death. I am—" "You're scared." Marcus held tighter as the creature tried to pull away. "You've been scared and alone for so long, you forgot what it felt like to be anything else." The heritage seed in Marcus's chest began to glow, but not with power, with warmth. The same warmth his father had shown him, the same warmth he'd shown every customer, even the difficult ones. "I'll kill you," the architect sobbed. "I'll kill everyone. That's all I know how to do anymore. Then I'll teach you something new." Marcus opened his heritage connection fully, not to attack, but to share, every act of kindness he'd witnessed, every moment of service. The 7 gray bearers joined him, adding their own recovered compassion. The architect screamed as pure empathy flooded its dying nervous system. Its black hole eyes began to fill with light. The machines keeping it alive shattered. "No, I don't want to feel. Feeling hurts." "Yes," Marcus agreed. "But it also heals." The mothership began to dissolve, not exploding, transforming. Every weapon became medicine. Every prison became a doorway. The 17 dimensions collapsed into one as the architect finally, after a million years, stopped fighting. The creature aged rapidly without its machines. Its body crumbled, but its eyes were clear for the first time in eons. "Thank you," it whispered. "Thank you for showing me I could be more than my pain." The architect died, but as it did, something incredible happened. Its heritage seed, the first ever corrupted, purified itself. It rose from the creature's dust, neither black nor purple nor gray, but rainbow, containing every possible expression of compassion. The rainbow seed floated to Marcus. He understood. This wasn't just a seed anymore. It was the template, the original pattern from which all heritage seeds came. "With this," Theron said, appearing beside him as the mothership became a garden in space, "you could remake the entire heritage network, control every bearer, become a god." Marcus looked at the rainbow seed. Ultimate power, ultimate responsibility. He thought of Tony and Jenny, of his father, of every person who'd shown him that service wasn't weakness, but strength. "No," Marcus said. He released the rainbow seed into space. "Let it find someone who needs it, someone who'll use it better than I would." The seed vanished into quantum space, seeking its next bearer. Sarah laughed, exhausted. "You just gave up ultimate power." "I'm a waiter," Marcus shrugged. "I'm used to giving things up." Earth appeared in the view screen, blue and beautiful and alive. 8 billion people who would never know how close they'd come to extinction. Again. "Your shift is over," Theron said. "You've earned rest." Marcus felt the heritage seed in his chest pulse contentedly. He looked at the 7 gray bearers, former monsters learning to be heroes again. He thought of the rainbow seed, somewhere in space, waiting for someone who needed hope. "No," he said, "my shift is never really over, but that's okay. I like serving others." The garden ship grew around them, the architect's final gift, a place of healing where former weapons could learn to be people again. Marcus smiled. The waiter had become exactly what the universe needed. Someone who served. The new beginning, 6 months. Later, Marcus opened the Infinite Table, a restaurant that existed between dimensions. The sign outside flickered between 1,000 languages, welcoming species from across the galaxy. He stood in the kitchen, preparing a meal for 12 different biologies. His heritage seed had evolved again, letting him taste quantum flavors and cook with cosmic ingredients, but he still made coffee the same way his father taught him. "Order up," Marcus called, sliding a plate of crystallized starlight to a being made of pure thought. The restaurant was packed. Former Nexus soldiers sat beside Earth diplomats. The 7 gray bearers worked as his staff, learning to serve others as penance for their past. The girl from Kepler, who now called herself Hope, carefully served soup to a family of refugees from a destroyed world. Everything was perfect. Too perfect. Marcus felt it before he saw it, a disturbance in reality. His heritage seed screamed warnings. Every customer froze mid-bite. Time itself held its breath. She walked in like she owned existence itself. The woman was human in appearance, but Marcus's enhanced vision saw the truth. She was older than the universe, wearing reality like an ill-fitting dress. Her eyes contained the birth and death of galaxies. "Hello, Marcus," she said, every language at once. "I'm the gardener. I planted the first heritage seeds." The restaurant erupted in chaos. Beings fled through dimensional portals. Only Marcus, his team, and surprisingly, 3 human customers remained: an old man, a child, and a pregnant woman. "Don't run," the gardener told the humans. "You're why I'm here." Marcus stepped forward, protective. "The war is over. The architect is dead. The Nexus. Were weeds in my garden." She touched a table and it bloomed into a tree of impossible colors. But weeds serve a purpose. They test the flower's strength. She walked to the old man. "Terminal cancer. 3 days to live." Her finger touched his forehead. The cancer vanished, but something else took its place, purple veins spreading across his skin. "Stop!" Marcus moved but found himself frozen. "I'm not hurting him. I'm evolving him." She moved to the child. "Autism. Society calls it a disorder. I call it potential." Another touch. The child's eyes turned gold, seeing mathematics in the air. The pregnant woman backed away. "Please don't touch my baby." "Your baby is why I came." The gardener smiled. "Do you know what your child is, Marcus?" Marcus struggled against the paralysis. "Let them go." "Your child. Yours and Sarah's." The gardener gestured, and Sarah materialized, unconscious and floating. "You didn't know she was pregnant, did you? The heritage seed changed your biology, made reproduction interesting." Marcus's world shattered. Sarah was pregnant, with his child. "The first naturally born heritage bearer," the gardener continued. "No seed needed. Your child will have the power from birth, and that terrifies the universe." She showed him visions. His unborn child grown up, accidentally destroying planets with tantrums, rewriting reality with dreams, becoming either the galaxy's greatest protector or its destroyer. "Every advanced civilization wants your child," the gardener explained. "Some to worship, some to weaponize, some to kill. The war you thought you ended? It was just the first rain. The storm is coming." As if summoned, ships appeared outside, thousands of them. Every major civilization in the galaxy, surrounding Earth. "They're not here to invade," the gardener said. "They're here to bid. Earth is being auctioned. Whoever wins gets your child." Marcus finally broke free, rage giving him strength. "Earth isn't for sale." "Everything is for sale when you're weak." The gardener touched the rainbow seed that Marcus had released. It appeared in her palm, pulsing. "You gave this up. Noble, stupid, but noble. Now watch what happens to nobles." She crushed it. The rainbow seed shattered into infinite pieces, each one shooting into a different human across Earth. 8 billion people suddenly screamed as heritage power flooded them unprepared. "What have you done?" "What needed doing? Humanity's test begins now." The gardener walked to the window, watching humans worldwide manifest random powers. 8 billion heritage bearers. Most will die in the first hour. Those who survive will be interesting. Chaos erupted on Earth. A businessman in Tokyo accidentally phased through 40 floors. A farmer in Iowa grew crops that ate his neighbors. A child in London turned her school into glass. "You're killing them." "I'm gardening, pulling weeds, keeping the strong flowers." She turned to Marcus. "You have 1 hour to save your species. Prove humanity deserves to exist with this power. Fail, and I'll let the bidding begin. How? How do I save 8 billion people going through what nearly killed me? The gardener smiled. The same way you saved the architect. The same way you've saved everyone. She vanished, leaving Marcus with an impossible task. Outside, alien fleets powered weapons. On Earth, humanity tore itself apart with newfound power. Sarah remained unconscious, their unborn child glowing through her skin. Hope grabbed his arm. Marcus, what do we do? He looked at his team, 7 former monsters who'd learned compassion. He thought of his father, Tony, Jenny. Everyone who'd shown him that service meant strength. We do what we always do, Marcus said. We serve. He closed his eyes and connected to every human at once. 8 billion minds flooded his consciousness. The pain was indescribable. But pain was just another customer to serve. Listen to me. He spoke to all humanity. I know you're scared. I know it hurts. But you're not alone. Some heard him. Most were too lost in panic. Marcus needed something stronger than words. He remembered the diner, 3 a.m. shifts. Difficult customers, minimum wage, no respect, but still choosing to serve with a smile. Marcus shared that memory with everyone. Not the power, but the feeling. The simple dignity of service. The quiet strength of kindness when kindness wasn't required. Across Earth, the chaos slowed. The businessmen in Tokyo stopped panicking and helped others phase safely. The farmer in Iowa learned to grow healing plants. The child in London turned the glass back, saving her classmates. Not everyone listened. Millions still died, consumed by power they couldn't control. But billions lived, finding strength in shared experience. The alien fleets watched in amazement. Humanity wasn't conquering with their power. They were helping each other, serving each other. 1 hour passed. The gardener returned. Interesting. Not what I expected. Humanity passes your test? There was no test. She laughed. I just wanted to see what would happen. You're all so fascinating when you're desperate. Marcus felt his rage build, but then Sarah woke. She looked at him with eyes full of love and fear. I'm pregnant, she whispered. I know. Our child will be perfect. Marcus held her. Whatever they become, they'll be perfect. The gardener observed them. You really believe that? How wonderfully naive. She turned to leave, then paused. The bidding is cancelled. Earth is under my protection now. Anyone who tries to take your child will answer to me. Why? Because I want to see what happens next. 1 billion heritage bearers. A naturally born heritage child. You, the waiter who serves gods. She smiled. The garden is finally interesting again. She vanished for good this time. Marcus looked around his restaurant. The human customers were transforming, adapting to their heritage seeds. His team stood ready to help. Sarah held his hand, their impossible child growing within her. Outside, the alien fleets retreated, but Marcus knew they'd be watching, waiting. The universe had just become much more complicated. So, Hope asked, what now? Marcus picked up a cloth and began cleaning tables. Now we get ready for the dinner rush. We have 8 billion new heritage bearers who'll need guidance. Good thing I'm used to difficult customers. Sarah laughed, exhausted but alive. You're really going to keep running a restaurant? Someone has to. Marcus flipped the sign to open. Besides, everyone needs a place to eat, even gods. The door chimed. A young girl entered, her skin flickering between dimensions, tears in her frightened eyes. I can't control it, she sobbed. Please help me. Marcus smiled, approaching with the same patience he'd shown thousands of customers before. Welcome to the infinite table. First meal's free. Let me show you how to manage your gift. As he served her, teaching her control through simple tasks, holding a cup without phasing, sitting without falling through dimensions, Marcus realized the truth. He hadn't saved humanity by fighting. He'd saved them by showing them they could serve each other. The waiter had become teacher. The teacher had become guardian. The guardian had become hope. And outside, in the quantum foam between realities, the rainbow seed's fragments pulsed in 8 billion hearts, waiting to see what humanity would become. The story wasn't ending. It was just beginning.